In 2012, gold expert Jim Rickards stated that gold could hit 44,000 US dollars per ounce if and when the global monetary system reverts to a gold standard. Jim has since qualified that statement, stating that while a super spike in the US dollar gold price is a strong possibility, particularly if there's a reordering of the international monetary system, it's not guaranteed. To quote Jim directly, "In the event of a global financial panic, which I fully expect, and the loss of confidence in other forms of money, which I also expect, people will turn to gold." Imagine that central banks have to go back to a gold standard in order to restore confidence. What would the price of gold be in that scenario? Well, Jim believes, and I agree, they'll have to raise the price of gold enormously in order to avoid deflation. It's not that hard to figure out where the gold price could go. You just figure out how much gold there is, how much money is there, and then you have to make a few assumptions. Chiefly, which money supply are you talking about? Are you talking about base money, so-called M0, M1, M2? You have to make a choice there. And then, how much gold backing for the money supply? Will it be 20%, 40%, or 100%? Once you make those policy decisions and you do the math, you get a range. In one estimate Jim and I have talked about, if you use base money, M0, you use a 40% backing. The implied price is about 10,000 US dollars per ounce. If you use a broader money supply, so-called M2, with 100% backing, that price, according to Jim, becomes 44,000 US dollars an ounce. When Jim and I mention numbers like that, people assume they're made up. They're not. This is not us pulling numbers out of the air trying to be provocative and get headlines. It's simple high school maths. The data is all available. We know how much money there is. We know how much gold there is. It's just a ratio. Do the division based on a couple of assumptions and come up with a price. So there's a range. At the low end, $10,000 an ounce. At the high end, $44,000 an ounce. You would have to pick a figure somewhere in that range in order to have a non-deflationary gold standard. And that is why I expect the gold price to get there eventually.